Welcome, ladies of inestimable value. Not everyone who tests you wants to see you fail. Some just want to know if you're worth their time. Sigma females don't waste energy on weak minds. They are calculated, independent, and frankly, brutally selective about who they let into their world. Unlike the typical hard-to-get game, a Sigma female's tests aren't about ego. They're about survival. Here's a fact. Psychological studies show that highly intelligent and independent individuals are less likely to tolerate inauthenticity. Now imagine dealing with a woman who embodies this principle to the extreme. She's not testing you to be difficult. She's testing you to see if you can keep up. And if you think you're just coasting through without being tested, hate to break it to you, but you're probably failing already. Number 1, she disguises her true thoughts to test your perception. A Sigma female never hands out the truth directly. She believes that if you're sharp enough, you'll pick up on what she's really saying without her having to explain it. She tests your perception by layering her words with deeper meaning, dropping hints in conversation and watching if you catch the subtleties in her tone, timing, and body language. If you miss it, she won't repeat herself. She won't correct you. She'll simply take note that you lack awareness, and that's a problem. She values intelligence, not just in the traditional sense, but in the way you navigate social dynamics. If she makes a sarcastic remark and you take it literally, she won't laugh. She'll wonder if you're too slow to keep up. If she subtly expresses discomfort about something and you bulldoze right past it, she'll assume you lack emotional intelligence. If she tests you with a statement that contradicts what she actually thinks, just to see if you can sense the difference and you take it at face value, she'll realize you're not as perceptive as she needs you to be. She isn't playing mind games. She's filtering. She doesn't have time for people who need everything spelled out. If you constantly ask her to clarify what she meant, if you miss obvious cues, or if you can't sense the weight behind certain words, she won't bother explaining. She'll just withdraw. This is why so many people find Sigma females difficult to understand. They communicate on a level that requires effort to decode. They don't waste words. They don't waste explanations. They don't waste time on people who can't read between the lines. If you pass this test, she'll respect you. If you fail, you won't even realize the test was happening. Number 2, she checks if you're a slave to instant gratification. A Sigma female isn't impressed by people who live for quick highs and instant rewards. She watches how you handle temptation, whether it's reckless spending, emotional outbursts, or chasing shallow pleasures. If she notices that you jump at every opportunity for immediate gratification without considering the long-term consequences, she immediately questions your self-discipline. She doesn't respect people who can't delay gratification. If you spend money the moment you get it, react emotionally instead of thinking things through, or constantly seek quick validation, she sees it as a sign of weakness. She values patience, control, and strategic thinking, qualities of someone who can handle life's bigger challenges without crumbling under pressure. This test isn't always obvious. She might casually ask about your financial habits, how you handle stress, or your goals for the future. She's not looking for generic answers. She's watching for patterns in your behavior. Do you quit when things get tough, or do you push through? Do you make impulsive decisions based on feelings, or do you weigh the long-term impact? A Sigma female doesn't want someone who is ruled by impulses. She wants someone who can master them. If you fail this test, she won't argue or try to change you. She'll simply lose interest. If you pass, however, she'll see you as someone who thinks and moves with intention, someone worthy of her respect. Number 3, she drops uncomfortable truth bombs to gauge your reaction. A Sigma female has no interest in comforting lies or social niceties. She speaks the truth as she sees it, without dressing it up to make it more palatable. If she thinks most people are followers, she'll say it. If she believes the system is rigged, she won't hesitate to point it out. She doesn't do this to be edgy or controversial. She does it to see how you handle reality. When she drops an uncomfortable truth, she's watching your reaction. Do you get defensive? Do you dismiss her outright? Do you react emotionally instead of logically? If so, you fail. She has no patience for people who can't face reality without getting rattled. She respects those who can engage in a real conversation, challenge ideas intelligently, and think beyond surface-level opinions. If you can counter her perspective with logic, facts, or a fresh angle, she'll respect that. If you just get offended or try to change the subject, she'll see you as mentally weak. This test isn't about agreeing with her. It's about whether you can hold your ground without losing your composure. A Sigma female values independent thinkers, people who don't crumble when confronted with hard truths. If you pass, she'll see you as someone worth talking to. If you fail, she'll mentally check out, and you might not even notice until it's too late. Number 4. She gives you controlled contradictions. A Sigma female is not inconsistent. She's intentional. When she shifts from warm and engaging to distant and reserved, it's not because she's confused about how she feels. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's testing whether you can handle fluctuations in energy without losing your cool. She watches closely. If she's affectionate one day and detached the next, do you panic? Do you start overanalyzing and seeking reassurance? Do you become needy, defensive, or irritated? If so, you fail. She doesn't want someone who is emotionally fragile, someone who crumbles the moment the dynamic shifts. She's looking for someone who can stay steady regardless of the situation. This test isn't about playing mind games, it's about filtering. She needs to know that if life throws challenges your way, you won't break down. If minor shifts in her behavior send you into emotional chaos, how will you handle real problems? A Sigma female values emotional stability because she has worked hard to master her own. She doesn't tolerate excessive insecurity or the need for constant validation. If you remain composed, she takes notice. If you don't react impulsively to her distance but instead carry on with confidence, she respects that. It tells her you are secure within yourself, that you don't rely on external validation to maintain emotional balance. And in her world, that's rare. Pass this test, and she'll see you as someone who can handle both her warmth and her distance without crumbling. Fail, and she'll simply withdraw, uninterested in explaining why. Number 5. She observes how you handle being ignored. A Sigma female is not the type to constantly check in, shower you with attention, or make you feel like the center of her universe. She has too much going on for that. But more importantly, she chooses to step back sometimes, just to see how you handle it. She wants to know if you can stand on your own or if you crumble the moment she stops feeding you attention. When she pulls away, she's watching. Do you start over-texting? Do you demand an explanation? Do you sulk, get passive-aggressive, or try to make her jealous? If so, you fail. Nothing turns her off faster than someone who can't handle a little distance. She respects people who are secure enough to continue living their life whether she's present or not. If you match her energy, staying unbothered, focused, and in control, she notices. She's not looking for someone who falls apart when ignored. She's looking for someone so solid within themselves that they don't need constant reassurance to feel valued. This isn't about playing games. It's about seeing if you're emotionally independent. She wants a partner, not an emotional burden. If she sees that her silence makes you desperate for validation, she knows she'll eventually feel suffocated in the relationship. But if you stay cool, if you keep moving forward without chasing, you gain her respect. And with a Sigma female, that respect is everything. Number 6. She watches how you handle power and influence. A Sigma female is keenly aware of how power and influence can affect people. If you hold a position of authority, whether it's in your career, social circle, or even within your relationship, she's watching how you wield that power. Does it humble you, or does it inflate your ego? Does it make you more responsible, or does it bring out a need to dominate? She can easily spot the difference between someone who leads with purpose and someone who craves control for the sake of validation. If you use your power to elevate those around you, to make decisions that are fair and thoughtful, she'll respect you. But if you start to flaunt your position, belittle others, or act like your influence gives you an upper hand, she'll see it for what it is, an insecurity in disguise. A Sigma female has no time for people who use power as a crutch, who need to show off their dominance to feel validated. She respects those who are secure enough to lead without needing constant praise or recognition. If your power goes to your head, she'll recognize it, and that's the moment you'll lose her respect. This is a test of maturity. She wants to know if you're capable of handling responsibility with grace, or if you'll let it corrupt you. Leadership is about setting an example, inspiring others, and using your influence for the greater good. If you pass this test, you show her you have the inner strength to be a true leader, someone who can rise without tearing others down. But if you fail, she won't stick around to watch you self-destruct. Number 7. She analyzes whether you seek approval from others. A Sigma female doesn't follow the crowd, and she certainly doesn't live her life seeking validation from others. She's independent, driven by her own goals and values, and she expects the same from those around her. So, when she notices you constantly looking for approval from your friends, your colleagues, or even from her, she immediately questions whether you're truly self-sufficient or just relying on external validation to feel worthy. If you're constantly fishing for compliments or second-guessing your choices based on what others think, she'll sense it. To her, this behavior signals a lack of confidence and a lack of autonomy. A Sigma female knows that true power comes from within, being secure enough to make decisions and live life on your own terms, without needing others' opinions to dictate your actions. She doesn't want someone who needs constant reassurance that they're doing the right thing. She wants someone who's already certain of their path, who can confidently move forward, even if everyone else is skeptical. If she catches you bending to others' opinions, whether it's adjusting your beliefs to fit in or constantly seeking validation for your decisions, she'll lose respect for you. A Sigma female values independence and inner strength. She doesn't need anyone's approval to feel good about herself, and she respects those who are able to do the same. If you can stand firm in your own beliefs, regardless of the opinions around you, she'll notice. She'll see that you're emotionally secure, that you don't need her or anyone else to validate your worth. And that's exactly the kind of person she respects. If you don't pass this test, she won't waste her time. She'll walk away knowing you're not the independent partner she's looking for. Number 8, she gives you an unsettling amount of silence. When a Sigma female goes silent, it's never by accident, it's a deliberate test. After a meaningful conversation or emotional exchange, if she suddenly goes quiet, it's not because she's lost interest. It's because she's studying you. She's analyzing how you handle uncertainty, how you react when the dynamic shifts and she pulls back. If you immediately start chasing her with endless texts or over-explain yourself, she'll know you're not secure in yourself. If you panic, wonder if you said something wrong, or try to fill the silence with more words or gestures, you fail. She doesn't need you to fill the void with anxious energy. She wants to see if you can stay grounded, comfortable in the stillness, unaffected by her withdrawal. This isn't a mind game. It's her way of assessing whether you're emotionally stable enough to deal with the unpredictability of life. A Sigma female doesn't want someone who needs constant reassurance or who is desperate to control every moment. She wants someone who can match her calm, who isn't thrown off by silence or distance. If you can sit with her in silence, confident and composed, without rushing to fix or fill the gap, she'll respect you more than you realize. You've passed her test, not just of patience, but of emotional strength. You've shown that you can handle the ebb and flow of connection without losing yourself. But if you chase or try to push for clarity, she'll simply note that you lack the stability she seeks in a partner. And that's when you'll feel her start to pull away, not because she doesn't care, but because she knows you're not ready for the kind of emotional maturity she demands. Number 9, she watches how you handle attention from other women. A Sigma female is not the type to demand constant reassurance about your loyalty. Instead, she observes how you react when attention comes from other women. She won't make it obvious or outright test you. It's a subtle evaluation, watching from the sidelines as another woman flirts with you or engages with you in a way that could be perceived as a threat to the relationship. If you get flustered, overly defensive, or start trying to prove your loyalty to her, she'll take note. To her, these reactions signal insecurity and emotional dependency. She doesn't want to be your emotional babysitter, someone you constantly need to reassure you that she trusts you. Instead, she wants to see if you can handle the situation effortlessly, without losing your cool, without being bothered by someone else's attention. She respects men who can remain composed, who don't feel the need to prove themselves in those moments. If you handle the situation with ease, acknowledging the other woman politely but showing that you're unbothered and in control, she'll take that as a sign of confidence and emotional maturity. You're secure enough in yourself that you don't need to react to every external threat. You're a man who doesn't crumble when temptation or distraction appears. You stay focused on what matters. But if you get defensive, clingy, or feel the need to prove that you're loyal, she'll see it as a sign of weakness and insecurity. It's not about her doubting you, it's about how you handle yourself. A Sigma female doesn't need constant reassurance. She wants a partner who is solid, secure, and emotionally independent. If you fail this test, she'll quietly step back, knowing that you don't yet have the control and emotional steadiness that she respects in a partner. Number 10. She throws you into a situation where you must lead. A Sigma female isn't interested in being with someone who needs to be constantly guided. She needs a partner who can stand on their own 2 feet, someone who can take charge when the situation demands it. If she puts you in a position where leadership is required, whether it's making a crucial decision, handling a tough confrontation, or organizing a plan, she's not testing your ability to follow instructions. She's looking for your ability to step up without second-guessing yourself. She won't ask for this outright. She might pull back, leaving you to make the call or solve the problem. If you hesitate, look to her for answers, or wait for her to take charge, she'll see that you lack the initiative she respects. She won't tell you what to do. She'll observe whether you naturally rise to the occasion. A Sigma female isn't interested in being anyone's guide or authority figure. She wants a man who can take charge when needed, someone who leads with confidence and clarity, not out of insecurity or a need for validation. This test is about self-assurance and decisiveness. If you can take the reins in a situation without flinching, without waiting for her permission or approval, you'll earn her respect. She'll see that you're capable of handling life's challenges without relying on others. But if you shrink away or depend on her to take control, she'll know you're not the type of partner she needs. For a Sigma female, a relationship is about 2 equal individuals who can both lead and follow when necessary, but always with strength and conviction. A Sigma female doesn't play by the usual rules of attraction. She's not interested in superficial games or empty gestures. She tests people not because she's trying to be difficult, but because she values depth, emotional intelligence, and strength of character. She wants someone who can match her on every level, someone who can handle the complexities of life without falling apart at the first sign of challenge. If you can navigate her tests with composure, self-assurance, and a steady sense of self, you'll earn her respect. But don't mistake her silence or withdrawal for disinterest. She's simply waiting to see if you have what it takes to keep up with her unique pace. If you pass these tests, you're not just winning her approval. You're showing her that you're the kind of person who can stand beside her in a world where only the strong and self-sufficient thrive. So, don't seek her approval, don't chase after her attention, and don't let the uncertainty of her actions throw you off balance. Instead, prove that you are solid, grounded, and independent enough to stand on your own. And if she sees that, she'll find a way to meet you halfway, because in her eyes, someone who can match her quiet strength is worth investing in. If you found this insight into the world of the Sigma female intriguing, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more deep dives like this. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. What do you think of the Sigma female's tests? Have you ever experienced them firsthand? Don't forget to like and share this with anyone who might need to hear it. Let's spread the knowledge. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll uncover even more secrets about navigating relationships, power dynamics, and personal growth. Stay sharp, stay confident. Thanks for watching, my ladies. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and God bless.